Hi guys, it's Ray here from Just for Keepers, also J4K. Hope you're fitting well. So we're just getting ready to go training, and a fantastic question just popped up. I thought I've got to do a video over this, and this is Lee Wild asking a question on behalf of his son, and I thought I would do a video because not only will it help Lee and Louis this video, I also believe it will help goalkeepers and especially parents of goalkeepers and goalkeeping coaches. And a question that Lee asked, he says, "Hi Ray, just a quick question. Louis was playing last night and he didn't really have much to do. He said normally he's very loud, but because he never had much to do, he lost concentration, stopped communicating, and as a result, because he stopped concentrating, he made a mistake that cost a goal." Okay, Louis, don't worry, we've all been there, guy. We've all been there, Louis. That's how obviously we develop as goalkeepers. So what basically Lee is asking is, hi Ray, is there any ideas how can you keep concentrating as a goalkeeper when you've not got much to do? And it's super important. This is a really important question, Lee, and I can't believe I've not done a video on this in the past. Okay, I might have done somewhere, I might have forgot, I don't know, but I don't think I have done a video. If you look at any top performing goalkeeper guys that are playing professionally, the reason why they're there as well is because they've mastered the art of concentration. Now, don't worry, guys. Okay, it sounds all complicated, okay, but you can develop your concentration like you can develop any other skill. And again, you've seen it before when you've watched your favourite professional goalkeeper play, where, as I say, they've not got anything to do for 89 minutes, and then all of a sudden the ball goes right in the top corner and they pull off a worldy save to keep their team in a game. So concentration is super important, okay? But the $1 million question Lee was asking is, what do you do as a goalkeeper when you've not got much to do? How can you keep your concentration? Now, obviously, it's not just communication, okay? Because a lot of coaches will say, well, just communicate. And sometimes you can over-communicate, guys, okay? Which I'll explain why in a moment. But when you communicate, you're doing it for two reasons. One, to help your defenders, to say, hey, look, obviously to tell them where the opponents are, to put them in, make sure they're in the correct positions. And again, as you get older, guys, you'll understand how to do that better as a goalkeeper. But the second reason why we communicate is for our benefits as well as goalkeepers, to keep us on our toes, to keep our concentration, guys, okay? Yep. So as I say, so going back to when you've got nothing to do, what you've got to be very careful of, guys, okay, is just talking too much. And this is something I did as a professional goalkeeper myself, because when I played, there wasn't really anyone to mentor us goalkeepers on the art of the mindset, because that wasn't really spoke about, to be honest with you, when I played many moons ago. So when I had nothing to do, like other goalkeepers who play professionally at the same time as me, we just used to talk, again, to keep ourselves concentrated, but we were just like talking to the defenders for 90 minutes. The problem is if you talk for your defenders all the time, they'll stop listening because they go, oh, there's that Ray again, blah, 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 because that's all they'll hear is blah, 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 blah. So it's super important, guys. You only need to speak to your teammates when you need to speak to them, okay? Yeah. So for example, if you're looking at your left back and you see the winger drifting away from your left back, and your left back has not noticed that, you just need to be very clear, John, left shoulder. So obviously John will go, oh, okay, left shoulder, okay, cool, thank you, and he'll obviously will pick up the winger that's getting away from them. So your defenders or teammates will know the only time that you shout, it's an important command, okay? So it's very important, guys, that you just don't communicate all the time, because your defenders or your teammates will just switch off from you. So there's the $1 million question. If I'm saying, look, you don't speak all the time, what do you do when you've got nothing to do, guys? Again, still occasionally shout to your defenders, okay? Yep. But more importantly then, just start speaking to yourself, guys. No, it sounds crazy, okay, yeah. As I say, but when you're in goal, okay, just be saying, come on, Ray, keep it up, you know what I mean? Or do some exercises, keep you, stretch off, do some jumping exercises. So what I used to do is I always used to, when I had nothing to do, obviously when the ball was in the opponent's half, if it had a corner, if we had a corner as a team, I'd be stretching off, I'd be practicing coming from a crosses, or I'd be keeping myself warm, etc. So you can keep your content, obviously, by still watching the game, guys, okay? And I would only be doing this when, as I say, the ball was out for a throw-in, or it was like literally, it wasn't going to be, I wouldn't be stretching off, guys, when the ball's getting hit over the top. Obviously, you've got to be ready for that. So one thing is that just keep yourself stretching, keep yourself loose. And while you're keeping yourself loose, just to say to yourself positive affirmations, I'm going to keep another clean sheet today, no one's going to beat me. So you're talking to yourself, guys, positivity. But also as well, you've got to make sure that, because I see this all the time, is when goalkeepers, not just young goalkeepers, older goalkeepers, when the play is down in the other half and the ball's getting kicked left from right, the goalkeeper just sort of just stands in the middle of the goal on the 6-yard box, just watching. You've got to be following the ball, guys, okay, yeah. And again, it's hard to explain this over video, so again, if you've got a goalkeeping coach, ask them, to explain what I'm saying here. But as a goalkeeper, again, to keep your concentration, so this is obviously for young Louis, so to keep your concentration, Louis, while the game's going on, rather than just standing in the middle of your 6-yard box, okay, what you need to be doing is making sure that if the ball is in the other half, you need to be past your 6-yard box, and as the ball gets closer, you need to be obviously backing off. But not only have you got to be going forward and back in your area, obviously as the ball, because obviously you need to be out near your box, so if the ball comes over your defenders, you can be running out and clearing the ball, etc. So not only have you got to obviously gauge where you should be from your goal line, you also should have your angles correct as well. So for example, let's say I'm on my penalty spot and the ball is obviously in the 18-yard box down the other side of the pitch, and the ball gets put out to the right back. What I'd be doing then is I'll be watching, and I'll be looking at my goal behind me, and I'll be speaking to myself saying, okay, Ray, I need to be getting the angle here. So I'll always be following the ball, but I'll also be checking to make sure that I've got the correct angle, if that makes sense, guys, okay? It's might be a bit difficult explaining this over the video, but again, imagine the ball is in the 18-yard box at the other side of the field. As I say, I might be by the penalty spot, for example, but as soon as it gets out to the right winger, obviously, which will be to my left, I'll be then looking at my goal, and I'll be making sure that I've got the angle, okay, obviously for the ball. And again, because what I'm preparing for, guys, okay, if that ball gets knocked over the top, I'm in a position to run out and help my defenders. But by doing that as well, guys, so by being in the right position and talking to yourself, saying, okay, yeah, I need to be to me left, I need to be to me right, okay, I need to back up a bit, because the opponents are now coming towards you as a goalkeeper. So you now need to be saying to yourself, okay, come on, Ray, back up, okay, and you'll be looking left and right to make sure that you've got your angles correctly. As you get more experience, guys, okay, yeah, you can actually, and if the pitch is straight, you can actually look at the other goals and get your angles from the other goals, so you don't have to look left and right, okay, but that will come with experience, guys, okay. So when I played, especially if the pitch was straight, as I'm running back and I'm watching the game, I'm also looking at the other goal, and I can get my angle from the other goal, if that makes sense. But guys, that will come with experience, okay. So Lee, I hope that helped, okay. As I say, yeah, so when you've got nothing to do as a goalkeeper, yeah, still speak to your defenders, but again, only speak to them when sort of you need to speak to them. But then when you've got nothing to do, is speak to yourself, okay? So again, make sure that you're in the correct, you've got the correct angles. Make sure that you're following the ball as the ball gets knocked from left, from right, and you're following the angle, and you're talking to yourself saying, am I in the right spot? Yeah, okay, cool. Am I ready to go? And again, always be saying as well, yeah, am I in a position ready to go? So it's always positive affirmations, guys, okay, yeah. So if you're saying to yourself, and again, you don't have to say it to yourself, guys. I used to actually, like I'm speaking now, I'd actually be speaking out loud, saying, okay, right, yeah, you're in the right position now, so if the ball comes, you're ready to go, and then you're programming your mind, okay, yeah, when that ball comes, I'm ready to go, if that makes sense. So I'm not just shouting, as a goalkeeper, you're not just going blah, 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 and shouting to your defenders who will switch off, okay, so just talk to yourself. And another massive thing, as I say, Louis, is stretch, okay, yeah, so again, make sure that only stretch, as I say, when there's a corner, for your team. As I say, you don't want to be stretching when obviously the opponents are in your half, okay, yeah. And as I say, I used to do all the stretching. I used to practice, I say, come on for a cross, etc. Keep my arms warm, okay, super important that you keep your arms warm, obviously clicking your fingers, getting all your fingers, keep them warm. And while you're stretching and keeping yourself warm, again, just say positive affirmations for yourself, guys, okay. So Louis, you should be saying, okay, right, Louis, okay, yeah, I'm in the right position now, so if that ball comes over the top, I'm ready to come out for my defenders, or I'm ready to get back on my line. As I say, so you're sort of visualising events, what's going to happen, and I promise you, the longer you do it as a goalkeeper, what will happen in a game situation, something where you've pre-programmed your mind over and over again, something will happen in the game, and boom, you'll be off your line like a shot, clearing the ball, or boom, you'll be back you know, you're getting yourself set in the right position, obviously ready for the shot or ready for the cross, guys, okay, yeah, because you've pre-programmed yourself by talking to yourself, by being in the right positions, okay, yeah. Now, again, I've only done this very quickly, guys, okay, yeah, so if you need me to do another video on this, okay, yeah, because obviously I could speak about this for about 3 hours, guys, and ideally, I really need to be on a field to show you what to do. So again, as I say, if you've got a goalkeeping coach, please show them this video, and if the goalkeeping coach knows what they're talking about, they'll go, okay, yeah, I understand what Ray's saying there, and then they'll show you how to do that in training, and also do it in training as well, Louis, okay, yeah. Don't just wait for match situations. Even when you're in training, okay, be speaking to yourself in training, okay. Make sure you know exactly what I just said there, guys, okay, Louis, sorry, okay, yeah. So I hope that makes sense. So as I say, to help you keep keep your concentration while you're playing, as I say, just speak to yourself, keep yourself warm, keep yourself stretched off, and make sure that you follow the game, because by following the game is forcing you to keep in the game as well. Okay, I hope that makes sense, because I just want to do a very quick video to help Lee and to help Louis. As I say, if you need any more on this, please let me know. I can delve really deeper into this, guys, okay, yeah. But what I would really advise you to do is show this to your goalkeeping coach and let them show you on the field, because it'll all make perfect sense, okay. Hope that helps, guys. Hope that helps, Lee. Hope that helps, Louis. And again, remember, goalkeepers, okay, yeah, obviously we don't want to make a mistake. If we do make a mistake, the beauty about Lee and Louis here, they've recognised that they've made a mistake and they've gone, okay, what can I do to put it right? So as a goalkeeper, or a parent helping a goalkeeper, or a coach helping a goalkeeping coach helping a goalkeeper, if you make a mistake, as long as you know why you've made the mistake, you can always put it right, okay, yeah. So, as I say, it's just a learning curve, Louis. We all do it, okay, even professional Premiership keepers and MLS goalkeepers make mistakes, okay, yeah. The key is to make sure that you're aware of it, and obviously you just put things in place to obviously to try and make sure it doesn't happen again. So I hope that helped, Lee. Hope that helped, Louis. I hope that helped for you guys as well. Any comments below, guys, okay, yeah. If you're a coach or a parent, please put your experiences below and on how you dealt with that to help the J4K community as well. So I'll be really interested to hear what you say. So please put your comments below. Okay, all the best. I'm now going to go training. Take care.